system would be when as soon as we hire the VA, we're sending our clients the message that would say you will meet your VA at this time. That is after our onboarding and training, of course. And then we always say there, if you need your VA to send you a Zoom, so you can meet so you can meet them more and set expectations, something like that. It's like meeting them on the first day. I think that's very important. It is actually how do you say that? Well, it's the first meeting, so I think you need to set proper expectations. You need to let them know how you communicate, how as a VA also you want to let your client know how you want to be communicated. Let's say I need it's one of the questions also that I ask again on the interview. How would you want to be led? How do you want to be guided when you're talking with your client? This way you guys know how to communicate to each other. Like, let's say if the VA would like to be let's say the VA would like, I want all my tasks listed, right? Like that. Then the client can do that. Now the client would say, I want you to always follow up with me because I sometimes forget what are the tasks that I gave you. Now the VA will also do that. So I think just the proper set of expectations on the first meeting would be really great for the VAs. This is after the hiring, sorry.
Okay, I guess it's my turn. So maybe the tips that I am thinking right now is actually for the clients. Expectations. So I do think that they must also expect that VAs in the very beginning will have really questions. VA will definitely ask questions because, of course, whether they have experience or don't have experience, they are new, so they will be learning your business industry. And even though, let's say, if you are in e-commerce, even though they have experience with e-commerce, they are still new with you, right? And I do believe every company or business is unique with each other, so they still got to know the culture of your company. So the VA will definitely ask questions from you. So I think, maybe try to be more of like they will expect. They should expect that VA will ask questions. And also, like, from that, like, let's say on the first 2 weeks or first 6 weeks, from the type of question the VA asks, like maybe the question asked or the composition of the question, they will really know. From there, they can feel or they can sense the VA. Like, if the VA asking the right questions, if the VA is good. Because there's a different type of question, boss, right? And you did mention that ask better question to receive better answer. Yeah. There are questions that's purely like the VA just want to be spoon-fed, like no thoughts at all, right? And then there's another question too. So from there, the client can, the client can gauge the VA. So that's for me, boss.
Absolutely. And I think, both of them, what they said is very important, right? Is the expectation, what do you really expect out of them, right? For me, the truth is, last week I hired 7 of them, right? And 6 of them stayed with us. So I was like thinking, why is my success rate so high, right? I think because I really set good expectation, right? And it's both sides, right? I set a good expectation with them. I tell them that, hey, I'm a very busy entrepreneur, right? I will give you very minimal, direction, right? However, but again, we have a big team. So, it's almost like go to your uncle, go to your cousin, go to your sister and find out all those information before you come to me, right? So they know. And I also expected that they're going to be messy because I don't give them enough direction. That's why they're going to be messy. They're going to be time that sometimes it's wasted. But whenever as onboarding so many people at the same time, I always make sure that I give them courses and things to learn. So whenever I am not available, this is what you need to do. whenever I'm not available, this is what you need to do. And kind of like what, you know, Monique and Mary was saying, right? Regardless of how experienced they are, they have not worked in your business yet, right? Even if you, let's say, you know, hey, I have Amazon experience, but that doesn't mean that they have Amazon experience in selling electronics. They may have Amazon experience, but selling like, you know, kitchenware, right? And the outcome is different. Maybe, you know, and again, maybe you're using a Freshdesk instead of LionDesk. You know, the software might be different. You know, you might be a warm person. You want to give the client some warm, you know, experience, you know, but some people might be, they just want a professional experience. So again, everybody expectation outcome is different. So sometimes, you know, when you say, man, I want somebody experienced, let's clarify what is experience for you. You know, what kind of experience do you really need? And again, you know, a lot of time we always suggested that, you know, virtual assistant, you know, if you hire it through us, right, we have the ability to find somebody that on average at this moment, you know, about $5 an hour, right? And then, but on top of that is if you want somebody that's even more experienced, then you have to pay more, right? If you're okay with, you know, training them from scratch, right? They could be maybe a little bit less. So in the way it's less expectation. Again, I treat my $5 an hour and my $3 an hour and my $8 an hour very differently because the outcome is different. That's why I pay more or pay less. Am I right? And I think that brought out to my next point. Sorry, I'm taking some of the time here. Is again, we as an employer in United States right now, right? If you go look for an assistant in the United States right now, you can easily get a job at Walmart for $18 an hour. Okay, you don't have any experience, you can easily get a job at Walmart for $18 an hour. How would you be able to find talent less than that? Right, so you most likely have to cost about $25 just to get a college graduate to work with you. Right here, we're actually helping you to hire a college graduate for $5 an hour. Am I right? Sometime we wanted to recalibrate the brain because they are $5 an hour. Make sure that the expectation is about $5 or it may be about a $10 an hour, you know, personnel in United States. Instead of like, man, I'm expecting this $5 an hour person to do a $50 an hour person's job. Sometimes the expectation is way too high, so it's very hard to accommodate that. That's why sometimes I suggest the client, if that is what you want, we need to increase the rate because you're really looking for talent, like super talented. They know everything, you know. Again, why is it really work for me? Because I love chunking it down. I have a virtual assistant who only manages my emails. I have one virtual assistant who only help me with my real estate business. I have, you know, 5 virtual assistants who only do social media. So again, it's different outcome and I have lower expectation because again, they're $5 an hour. If I want talent, I combine all 5 of them together. That is $25 an hour.